You took everything from me. I wanted you to hurt.
Welcome, and today we're uncovering the top 10 dark secrets about your favorite superheroes. In this video, we'll be exposing some of the disturbing and unknown facts about beloved comic book characters that you might not be aware of. Let us know in the comments below who your favorite Green Lantern is. Number 10, Doc at the wheel, Superior Spider-Man.
I just needed your defenses worn out, making you susceptible to the download of my mind into your body.
The 700th Amazing Spider-Man comic was approaching, and fans had a hunch that something significant would occur. Dr. Otto Octavius has switched bodies with Spider-Man before this significant problem, too. While many anticipated the Freaky Friday tribute to be resolved in 700 fans, Parker was left trapped in a rapidly decaying body as a result of this procedure. Instead, fans experienced the terrifying sight of Peter dying in Doc Ock's damaged body.
Great power does equate with great responsibility. Otto Octavius will become the superior Spider-Man.
Octavius was now in charge of Spider-Man as a result. It was unexpected to see authors commit to a plot in which a previous antagonist truly embraced heroism in the wrong body. While, even after everything went back to normal, the knowledge that Peter's body was almost permanently taken from him still lingers.
I failed, Parker.
In 2015's Age of Ultron, Tony Stark realized how risky it could be if one of his own creations turned against him. But nearly a decade earlier, the billionaire had a much stranger run-in with his armor.
Aw, Junior. You're gonna break your old man's heart.
If I have to.
Due to a problem and a lightning strike, when one of his suits of armor developed sentience, it not only professes its love for Tony. However, in order to defend its creator, it also has no difficulty killing criminals. Stark suffers for a week as a result of the Human Avengers' failed attempt to neutralize the mechanical menace. Tony experiences a heart attack.
Tony! Tony! Tony.
Power down!
The sentient suit sacrifices its own heart in order to save the person. Ultron looks like a pleasant robot in compared to this terrifying and vicious armor.
And you're not going anywhere.
Of course not. I'm already there. You'll catch on. But first, you might need to catch Dr. Banner.
Number 8, fans voted to get rid of him, Jason Todd. Some fans didn't mind Robin being played by the rough-hewn Jason Todd, whilst others couldn't tolerate the kid. DC Comics made the decision to give readers a say in how long this sidekick will fight in the Death in the Family plotline. The fans were urged to ring in and cast their votes on whether Robin lived or died after the Joker imprisoned Jason in a burning building. Even if it was so close, more than 70 calls were received to demand the sidekick's explosive death. Voting fraud allegations against DC Comics or an arbitrary caller have never been verified, but it's disturbing to think about today that many people called in to make sure that the young Jason didn't make it. Number 7, slaying his own son, Wolverine. Logan's interactions with his children aren't always the best.
She's your daughter, Logan. Alkali has your genetic code.
Not just mine.
Logan.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to hear about it anymore.
His relationship with his kid, though, is notable for becoming very sour. This Wolverine offspring joined a group of criminals and made an attempt to kill his father by letting him drown. After escaping a treacherous death trap made of water, Logan engaged his son in a decisive conflict. The combat was exceedingly harsh and tight because both had powerful healing powers and metal claws.
What the hell are you?
However, Wolverine exerts too much pressure and ends up shoving Daken's face into a puddle, which causes the bad guy to pass out. Logan admits that he had no choice but to dock on the sand, but this bothered him a lot. He was devastated by the conflict and felt like a bad parent.
And it is better this way. Because I suck at this.
Number 6, Fridge D. Fate, Kyle Rayner's Green Lantern.
Wait a minute. You fridged Vanessa? Fridged. I don't know what that means.
Sometimes all it takes is one occurrence to make a hazardous trend widely known. In 1994, Kyle Rayner took over from Alexandra, his love interest, and engaged in combat. He opened up his fridge when he got back to the flat to find that his partner had been murdered by a bad guy. 5 years after this horrifying turn of events, authors like Gail Simone compiled a list of the awful things that happened to women in comic books to further complicate a tale of a male hero.
It's a comic book trope in which the wife or the girlfriend of the hero dies in order to further said hero's motivation or story.
Well, that sounds misogynistic.
This lengthy list of cases, which first appeared on the website for Women in Refrigerators, prompted debate among business leaders and attracted media attention. The sobering website increased awareness among followers of when tragedies like Alexandra's happened, just to further a hero's narrative.
Serve as a source of pain for the hero.
Number 5, sullying the mantle. William Burnside's Captain America.
It wasn't me! It wasn't me!
Typically, Captain America is considered as a symbol of the unrest in the justice system. But before William Burnside took over, things were different. Burnside used the shield while Rogers was on ice. Burnside adopted the super soldier syndrome and underwent plastic surgery to resemble the original. The shot that gave him powers, however, also altered his thinking. Burnside began attacking minorities and innocent people because he believed that they were communists. To end the bloodshed, the government eventually apprehended him.
I can do this all day.
Yeah, I know.
Later, Burnside would battle the primary protagonist while sporting Steve's visage. Even worse, this replacement Cap was eventually brainwashed into supporting white supremacy.
Don't go down that road. Believe me, it doesn't end well.
I'm not like you. Listen, it was the heat of the battle, okay? If you explain what happened, they may consider your record. We don't want anyone else to get hurt.
Number 4, mistreating his wife, Hank Pym.
You took everything from me. I wanted you to hurt.
Hank Pym is a good and trustworthy hero in many different universes. But in one particular area, his reputation was immediately damaged. In one comic, Hank wore the Yellow Jacket costume and dishonorably attacked an adversary.
You murdered him because you could?
His death was a favor. Yours will be a triumph.
Soon after being called out by his fellow heroes, he feverishly spends days building a robot that was designed to fight the Avengers. Janet, Hank's wife, is assaulted as soon as she finds the metallic menace. He strikes her after she escapes and attempts to persuade him not to use the gadget. It's still difficult to watch this horrifying scene today as it was when it first aired. After this episode, it was challenging for supporters to continue to view Hank in the same light.
People willing to give their lives for something greater than themselves, to save the world from men like you.
Number 3, a bizarre and problematic birth. Carol Danvers. Carol's enigmatic pregnancy progresses so quickly that she was prepared to give birth in only 3 days.
43 women around the world gave birth. This was unusual only in the fact that none of these women had been pregnant when the day first began.
Within a day of his birth, her boy grows up to be an adult. He ultimately tells that Carl and his father Immortus met in Limbo, a parallel universe. In that time-bending universe, robots controlled her thoughts until she fell in love with the bad guy.
Do we have any information we can act on?
The boy who will eventually become Immortus was born to Carol when she was pregnant. The fact that her fellow Avengers were all right with her departing with the villain to live out her life only served to exacerbate this incredibly unsettling plot. Because Carol was forced to go through so many terrible things alone and without help, the plot was very despised.
She's coming with us.
Number 2, the truth behind Black Kryptonians.
Any attempt by you to create a climate of fear and panic among the populace must be deemed by us an act of insurrection.
Superman, some readers in the 21st century scenario will remark a lack of diversity among the populace soon after 100,000 Kryptonians arrived on Earth. These inquiries ultimately attracted focus to a globe map that had first appeared in comic books in 1971. The picture depicted a place on Krypton called Voslo Island that was predominantly inhabited by black Kryptonians. Even though this place was there, it wasn't exactly clear why black Kryptonians didn't appear to be mixed in with the rest of the populace.
I know what they can do. And tell them everything you know about Black Zero.
Furthermore, some questioned whether those who lived on Voslo Island were compelled to live there or did so of their own free will. Fortunately, the majority of contemporary works have avoided the potentially troublesome setting.
We are Sagittari, the tip of the spear that guards this city. We never ask for mercy.
Number 1, getting mistreated by a friend, Peter Parker. To bring attention to a crucial problem, Marvel teamed together with the National Committee for the Prevention of Child Abuse.
But sometimes keeping a situation secret, especially a bad situation, isn't the best thing for you to do.
In one comic, a young man by the name of Tony finds himself in an awkward situation with his babysitter. When Spider-Man learns of this predicament, he narrates his own tale. Peter admits that when he was younger, an older person mistreated him. The hero's candor made it easier for Tony to accept what had happened and tell his parents. Spider-Man demonstrated during the comment that speaking one's truth can aid others. The tale also instructs young readers on whom to contact if they ever feel frightened. So these are our picks for the top 10 dark secrets about your favorite superheroes. Let us know in the comments what you think and which characters you'd like to see in future lists. Thanks for watching.
How did you find the video? Check out these additional concept videos and be sure to subscribe